All right, hello, back here today, and one of the things that I realized I needed to clarify is when I first got into lifting, it was just because I had heard a bunch of doctors and people I looked up to talk about the benefits of muscular health, and this was something important that I decided to implement into my routine. And it's crazy because honestly, my perspective was when I was getting out of all the dieting I was into before and I started a reverse diet and eating enough, I gave up the fact that I was going to be lean and stay super lean because I realized that my hormones and my future was at stake. And the crazy thing is, when I started lifting, this is when I found a passion for it and a love for it, and I did not expect to see the results that I saw. Because when I started eating, I just thought, okay, I'm gonna be heavier than I ever have been, and that is fine with me. But what ended up happening is I gained muscle and was heavier, but my body recomposition changed. And this surprised me because I thought my whole life someone who eats a lot is just going to be heavier in general and look heavier set. But when you have the combination of lifting and eating, it's crazy how our bodies work and how they actually start to burn fuel. And I've seen this in my own life, and this is why I'm so passionate to teach this to women, because I've been able to break free from the cycles that I was stuck in before. And so anyways, what I'm wanting to clarify is I did not get into lifting to do bodybuilding, to do anything like that. Will I compete in a show? Eventually, maybe. I think that could be pretty cool to work towards, but that has not been my goal. And when I first started sharing my passion for lifting, I think that it kind of came across as me wanting to just be this bodybuilder, but that's not how it started. And so that's one of the things that I wanted to clarify is the pursuit of just a good physique is not going to be sustainable, because if that's all I was pursuing, I probably would have not gotten the results that I did, because I gave up the fact that I was going to be lean and have a crazy physique. And it's funny because that actually is what ended up happening once I released that. And I don't want this message to come across as like, oh, if you are eating more and you just give up the fact that you're going to look good, that's when you're going to look good. That's not what I mean. I think that it comes down to when you face the things that you've dealt with in the past when it comes to your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with others, your relationship with God, it will change when you face these things head on and come back to a foundational level of what you truly desire and what you truly care for when it comes to your body. And this is something that I realized, and it has really helped me and impacted me. And that is something that I'm wanting to share and continue to spread among women, because it's changed my life. And I give all the glory to God, the fact that I've been able to find this new pattern of living in freedom, living in joy of the Lord, and ultimately not being bound to the way that I look and just the physicality, but more so how I feel being nourished. Yeah, so anywho, it's funny because the amount that I eat is kind of crazy. Like, what I mean is the amount that I eat for what I look like surprises me, because I would have never expected that somebody who eats the amount that I do would have the physique that I have. And I don't mean that in a way of like overconsumption, because I do not think that is a good thing. But my view of somebody being lean and muscular always came along with somebody who's very disciplined with what they're eating and very like tracking their food. And I don't track my food. I tracked it for about 3 days and then decided this isn't for me. And it's really interesting because my goal at the beginning was to get to a place where I didn't have to worry about tracking my food, and where my metabolism was functioning well to where I could eat with a general guideline and not have to overly obsess with what I was eating. And it's really cool because I have gotten to a place where I feel like I've achieved that. And I'm really thankful, and I'm hoping to share this to other women because it is possible. It is.